opening day here in Ohio, and I am running late. No surprise there on a morning hunt. Pulling into the new property this year, or that we bought this year, and first time we've hunted deer on it, so I'm excited. Have about 4 bucks that we're looking to shoot this year, and just got a picture of one a little bit ago on my security camera, actually, at the front of the property. So I get those automatically or instantly, but anyway, so at least one of them's here somewhere today on the property. But pretty pumped, been excited, looking forward to it all week. Matthew and I are come out tomorrow night. Just pulled into a bunch of weeds. I know. The sensors are seeing all those weeds. All right, here we go. Opening day in Ohio, first morning, and the bucks are still pretty patternable right now. And we had 4 that we had targeted, that we had identified that were going to be bucks we'd shoot this year on our new property. And I got here late this morning. I got in the stand right at first legal light and didn't get much video. And heard about maybe 30 minutes ago, I just heard this thrashing down in the brush over here on my left, and heard 3 different times, and just never saw any brush moving. I could just hear it. And then it quit for like 15 minutes maybe. And I was trying to scan slowly, and I turned my head over my left shoulder and just happened to catch a deer moving through the brush about, probably, I'd say that's 40 yards away, maybe 50. And came up behind me. He walked just 10 yards behind, not even 10 yards, right there. But he was behind me, and there's a lot of trees here behind. I didn't have a great shot there anyway, but I was just trying to stay still. And he just came right around. If you can see all my hand, he just came from right under me. He just came right around me right here. And I probably had a shot a little closer at about 10 to 15 yards. But just didn't have a good place wasn't able to draw real well. So he kind of kept walking, and he got to about almost 30 yards, and I stopped him and hit him, and he dropped where I shot him. So he's a nice buck. He's outside the ears, and got these cool little, he was number 4 on my list, but I wasn't going to pass him. I've never shot an opening day buck like that. But these guys, it's got a lot of character on his brow tines. One of them's a forked tine. They're not real tall, but they're just really cool. So I'm gonna climb down and go take a look at him, and then start getting him out of here. Alright, here he is. He just dropped right where I shot him. And like I said, he was number 4. We had 4 bucks that we said we'd shoot this year, and he was number 4. And he probably wouldn't have been on the list had he not had this really
cool, these brow tines. We just really liked the character on these brow tines and how this one forks. So he was our number 4, and I'm happy to shoot him. Even though I'm filling my tag on opening day, it just means I can spend the season helping the kids track down numbers 1, 2, or 3. So, but yeah, he's been coming through this area. 3 of them have actually, a lot. I mean, I can see 4 fresh rubs right here in front of me, 10 yards in front. They've just been coming through here constantly. And so anyway, yeah, I'm happy to have him, and I'm gonna get him cleaned up, get him out of here, and yep. Exciting. First time I've shot a buck. I shot a doe on opening day in Kentucky 2 years ago, I think. First opening day buck, so I was hoping he'd have some velvet still, but all the velvet's gone, but that's alright. He's still got he's got bark and stuff on his brow tines though, probably where he was just thrashing over there before I shot when I first heard him, where he's been rubbing. But yeah, no velvet or anything like that. That's all right though. All right. All right, so I didn't get to shoot a lot of video today. I'm just gonna kind of recap real quick the hunt. I actually got in a lot later than I wanted to. I wanted to be in the stand like 30 minutes before I actually was, but I got in the stand right just before legal shooting light. Didn't even get my camera arm. I was planning to get there early to get it mounted, and didn't end up doing it this morning because I didn't want to be doing it in daylight. So just went with the GoPro. So about 7:30ish, I started hearing just huge thrashing in the brush to my left. Heard it 3 times. Kind of got ready, and then never saw it, and you never saw any movement. It was kind of thick on that side of me, and so I just kind of chilled out for a while. Then was kind of scanning and just happened to catch the deer moving about 40 to 50 yards away through the brush, and couldn't tell what it was yet. Just kept watching. It was moving kind of slow, and it kind of came up around behind my tree, and got eyes on antlers, but couldn't tell which one it was yet, which buck it was. And so it hung out behind me. It stopped 5 to 10 yards right behind me, and I couldn't move or turn. It would have seen me, but finally started stepping out, and I could see it out of the corner of my eyes, and could tell he was outside of his ears, so I knew he was one of the 4 that we had targeted. And he kind of turned his back to me, and I thought he might turn away and I wouldn't have a shot, but he just kind of kept veering to his left, wrapping around my tree, and at about 15 yards it was too open. I didn't want to draw. So he passed a couple trees, and I drew, and he stepped back behind him again at about 30 yards, and I stopped him, and I shot him, right through. It was a double lung shot, shot him a little on the high side, but still, it was the angle I had because he was a little downhill from me. That's where it needed to be, and it exited right behind his back right shoulder, so got both lungs, and he just dropped right where I shot him. I've never had a deer do that with a bow, so that was pretty cool. And so yeah, he died within a couple of minutes. Climbed out of the stand and went over and checked him out, went and got my stuff to clean him up for the truck, came back, cleaned him up, and put him on a cart and pulled him out. So I was trying to hurry because Maddie has a cross-country meet today, and I'm going to head up there, but I was trying to get done as quick as I could so I make sure I can get to it. And so I just didn't get a lot of video today. So that's the hunt. Tagged out now for the year in Ohio already, which is okay because I got 3 kids who all want to hunt this year. I think I'm going to take Anna out. She's been shooting the crossbow. She's doing pretty well with it, being pretty responsible, and so I think I'm going to get her out some with the crossbow. So I've got 3 kids who want to hunt and get a buck this year, or deer anyway. So that'll be my focus the rest of the year. Maybe get my wife out in a tree stand and get her one if I can. So anyway, good morning. It's a good start to the year, and looking forward to what we can see we can get the kids this year.